Okay.
Hi, this is Sharon Saladin. I'm here with Barb Best, and today we are talking about anger.
Boy, are we ever. You know, we have a day like that, and we don't expect it sometimes, and that anger just comes in. But it's good to know that anger in itself is a generated energy by our thoughts.
I thought it was generated by other people, Barb.
And we are those other people.
Oh,
And, you know, it's good that you said that because when something happens that doesn't meet our approval from someone else, we cannot control their thinking. And
or their actions.
or their actions, exactly. And we don't know how they're thinking, but we can tell pretty much by the way they act, their behavior. And it's not like ours. And we're not in that spot at that time. And a little bit of tolerance at that area of probably frustration can go a long, long way at that time. So basically, take a deep breath, maybe say a prayer, go into some kind of relaxation. But in ourselves, when we find out we're getting that way, a good thing to know about that kind of energy is that it comes through the kidneys. It actually generates, moves itself, and enters the human body in that manner. And so, anger can, depending on its degree, when it comes into you or you allow it to come in, can be a little damaging. And then we need to release it after we have it. But the catch to this, I think, is where are you going back with your anger? What area are you finding out about yourself? Where does this anger stem from? How did it originate? Because even small children have fits,
Mm-hmm.
and they've fits of anger, and they lay on their back and they kick their legs and they yell. That comes in with our development. So in our mind, in our thinking, when something happens habitually, we return to a spot. Habitually, we go to an area in ourselves that we have not addressed. And we've been carrying that with us for a long time. So if we can slow it down before we start feeling very angry, realize the process that's going on within us. This is a bit analytical, but it works. And just let ourselves resolve to the point of fact that I'm not the only one going through this in this entire universe or this earth. Many people have responses and indications like this that come at them. This is not a special event. You know, it's just, you're not the ego centered one. Just relax. Relax with it. And allow the other person to be who they are without getting involved in what they're doing. We shouldn't anyway because it's not our business, other than if we have to protect ourselves.
I think a lot of times though we think about why. Why is this happening to me, or why is this person treating me this way? Do we need to go to the why? Do we need to figure that out? Do we need to just let that go? Or maybe the why? Why am I responding that way?
Yeah,
Maybe that's a better
that's more
question.
the catch is why you're responding that way, because that person will respond to you one way, respond to another way.
Mm-hmm.
The ego does that to get what it wants. The ego does it to have its own way because it's coming from a self-centered orientation. It's coming
Mm-hmm.
from a self-centered spot. So it's not you personally, although at the time it very much seems like it's a personal thing because there is maybe just the two of you or three of you, and so you're going through this issue. But if this issue were with someone else that, say, had a different personality than you have, that ego would still be maintaining the same attitude. Maybe it would go about persuasion differently, but the thinking behind it would not be different. So let's say when we want to lose weight, and we say, okay, I'm not having any more chocolate sundaes, and I'm putting that in my mind, I'm not doing that. Well, then you crave a strawberry sundae. Okay, you've told your mind no chocolate. The mind goes, all right, no chocolate. Well, ooh, but strawberry sounds good. So we have to be careful. We're transferring. It's a kind of transference. You can transfer your emotions from one person to another, and a lot of times that other person is totally innocent. See, so we have interactions like that going on, but with anger, the misconception with a lot of people is that anger, in its own right, for its own sake, is going to make a difference with the other person because you're angry. Big deal. I mean, some of us are not impressed with anger. In countries, the generals and the people who run the countries find anger in another country a weakness, and they provoke the other country until they get angry, and then they know how to move in on them.
Yeah.
So it's a strategy. So let's use the strategy for ourselves. Let's say that our strategy is going to be of a spiritual nature. We are not going to use anger on ourselves because we're going to take good care of ourselves. If no one takes care of us, where are we going to go? We have to do it as adults, just like we take care of our planet, just like we take care of everything that's around us. So it's making our own world the best we can. So if anger is generated, we find that another person has anger or we do, let's just stop and know that it is anger. It's not going to impress. All it does is make you look weak. It's least impressive anyway. And take hold of what is going on and realize that the anger has to go. That's the first thing. See where you're putting that feeling. Let yourself trace your thoughts. How did I get to that spot? Why am I going there? Then gently remove it. Forgive yourself. It's kind of a self-confession. And allow it to go. Then replace it with the Holy Spirit or something good that you like to go, like to the beach, or something spiritually forgiving. And then breathe in and relax with it so that you can release the anger. And as we go through this releasing, it'll be easier and easier to take care of it.
So let it go.
And let it go. Do not be attached. And try to realize where the beginning and the end with this is taking you, how it has affected you. And know that you can command it, and you can be well, and you don't need the anger. Don't be hard on yourself if you do give in to anger, because there are times when it just happens. But this is a releasing process. So let it go. Exactly. Let it go.
Thank you, Barb.
You're very welcome.